The NBA is changing. The NBA is changing, but have you even noticed that? Have you noticed that the NBA is changing right in front of your eyes? You might be asking, how has it changed? Why is it changing? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's changing and how it's changing. We have a new commissioner since like 2013, 2014, something like that, right? Named Adam Silver. Way different than David Stern, right? Every year there's a new CBA, things like that, right? Always finding new ways to gain more revenue. What can we do to change the NBA? What can we do to gain more revenue, more fans? Here's your answer: international. Let's bring the NBA international. Remember years ago when they used to have the China games, the Japan games, all that? I even made a video about it. Because one of our players at the time, name was Luol Deng, played in the Africa game versus whatever, right? So the NBA is always finding new ways to keep revenue flowing and keep the game where you're getting more audience, right? So what is the one way to do that? Bring it across the world, international. That is what Adam is doing. Have you guys noticed something? The last 5 or 6 NBA MVPs have been all European international players. It's no coincidence, y'all. The last 5 or 6 MVPs has belonged to Luka Doncic, international. Nikola Jokic, international. Who's in the NBA Finals right now? Nikola Jokic. Who's most likely to win and gain the MVP? Nikola Jokic. Who just defeated the throne, the Lakers and LeBron, who ESPN still loves and suck up? Nikola Jokic. Because these players are very skilled. They're almost unguardable, right? Luka can hit these crazy shots. Jokic can hit these crazy shots. Guess who's in the draft who's projected to be the #1 draft pick? The team, the person they're saying can change your whole franchise. A player they're saying he's going #1. Oh, we got to get him. He's an international player. His name is Wemba. Again, that is what the NBA is shifting towards, and that's what they're doing. If you're wondering what's going to happen to Ja Morant, not a European player, by the way, he will be suspended. You might be wondering how many games he's going to be suspended. He's going to be suspended 42 games, y'all. That's breaking news. After the NBA Finals is over, when the Nuggets win, Adam Silver will announce, just like he got on the podium, did all that, and told y'all how he's going to make that announcement, and he's waiting till after the NBA Finals. He will announce that Ja Morant will be suspended for 42 games because he's making an example out of Ja Morant. Ja Morant keeps doing silly stuff. You know what Adam is thinking right now? I can't have this in my league, and I'm not going to allow him or any other player in this league do that silly stuff and make the NBA look a certain way. Because we are a company, and we don't want players like that in our league. By that, I mean players who's going to go on social media and make us look bad and do silly stuff and put a bad name on our... Because this is a family-owned business. We, put a lot of money in this, so we don't need to be people like that messing the thing up. But this is the real reason why it's going international. This is why I brought that up. Because the reason why I brought that up. I brought that up because there's a reason right here. You don't see international players and doing all that silly stuff on social media. It's us that's doing that silly stuff on social media. Adam knows that. He's saying, I don't see Luka doing that. I don't see Jokic doing that. Has nothing to do with age. It's about us. And Ja Morant is the face of that. He's like the personal face or the face of unemployment, right? That's Ja Morant, meaning that he's the main one who's making us look bad, and that's further what Adam is trying to do. While he's bringing making the NBA more European and all that, he's saying to himself, I can't have someone like that be the face and the future of the NBA, meaning that he's a great player. He's bringing us a lot of money, but he's also doing silly stuff off the court, doing silly stuff away from the game that's making us look bad. So why don't we continue what we're doing, more European, more international, and get away from that. So let's throw him 42 games, teach him a lesson. Hope he learns. If not, give him the Gilbert Arenas treatment. You know what? That might just happen if he still doesn't learn from this, because we all thought, oh, he learned from the first time. He came back and did the same thing. But you don't see that with the European international players. Why is that, yo? I'll let y'all figure it out. But that's what will happen after the NBA Finals. He will be suspended, and it will be 41, 42 games. The first half of the season, he'll come back after the All-Star game. Boom. Just like earlier last season, where he got suspended 4 or 8 games or whatever. Obviously wasn't enough. He gave a fake apology. He played Adam like a fool. We know that. Well, Joker's going to be on John Morant. He's going to lose a lot of endorsements. He's losing a lot of money. And again, everyone's joking, going on live, making all these jokes. All for you, Ja. So, I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the whole international and all that. But that's what I see, and that's what I figured out, right? The league is moving in a new direction. Can't stay. All the old players are retiring. We have to move and continue to make revenue and move into a different new era. This is literally the new era of the NBA, European and international. So don't be surprised if you see more of that moving along in the future, because that's what the NBA wants. That's what Adam wants, and that's what Adam wants will happen. And yeah, y'all, there's been a lot of corruption and a lot of suspicious activity with the refs and all that. And don't mind that. That's just my crazy cat AJ. It's about 2 a.m. right now, so if you know, you know. But anyway, yeah. If you guys heard about Eric Lewis, that is a ref. He's supposedly a big Boston Celtics fan. And now the league, aka Adam, the NBA, is now investigating him because there's been some very suspicious activity with him. He's like a longtime Celtics fan. He's reffing all these Celtics games. He supposedly has his burner account, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, the NBA said, we're going to investigate this. You cannot ref any of the games in the NBA Finals. We do not trust you until we figure this whole situation out. Do not ref any more games. Ooh. So, yeah. Another thing that the NBA is going to look at. And the last but not least, the whole, unrelated to NBA, but I will be telling you guys about how I feel about the whole Undisputed thing. I know that's my favorite show. So yes, I obviously heard the news. I will be doing a video on that too. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about the new NBA. The NBA is changing. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. But yeah, Machiavelli game.